Hey guys, just my thoughts on the one piece of recent news, which is the sad announcement of misawa's death, during a tag match in Pro Wrestling Noah. I can't say much more that hasn't already been said about the man. Haven't watched enough of his matches to give an honest critique. His legacy, in my view, is more so as an owner and as the guy that basically kept their variation on the All Japan Pro Wrestling style of King's Road alive after All Japan's management change after the great Baba died. Um, from what I've heard and from the bits and pieces I've seen, a great worker, a guy that was willing to get the young guys over, um, and just a good worker, a good professional guy, and that's all I have to say on that. Just my thoughts on some recent stuff, and thank you, Grub10, for inviting me to this. Apparently, um, Japanese, two Japanese, like a couple Japanese nationalists were found to be holding, um, I don't know, a multi-billion-dollar amount of U.S. national bonds. And this shocks me in that how could security be so lax at the airports and internationally? Um, and I don't see a shadow government working here. I just see it as incompetence on the security staff part of it. While we're on this topic, people talk about the NWO, the New World Order, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call it. But the fact is, with the human nature, or as Christians as with myself, the sin nature being the way it is, a true NWO in the conspiracy part of it is an impossibility, due to the fact that if somehow, some way, people were able to do this, eventually politics and egos would get in the way, and the group would splinter beyond repair. That's all I have to say on that topic. ROH, once again, I'm looking forward to it. SmackDown has definitely been the best wrestling show in my opinion. Misawa, I already gave my thoughts there. Personally, hopefully, and Japan's endorsement of the safety of the US dollar, and go by 10 for the perfectly. If you have to say it's strong, usually the opposite is true. We need to, and to once again sort of piggyback off of Grow by 10, watch his video that shows the equivalent amount of debt in regard to the percentage of their gross domestic profit. The European nations are in a horrible state in this regard, in that they aren't even. Let me put it this way: if you're breaking even, you might not be making profit, but at least you can say you aren't in the red. If you're making even a small amount of profit, you might not be huge as far as profit margin, but you can say you're once again not breaking even and not in the red. The European nations that were shown on these charts aren't just slightly in the red. Every item they produce, 100% of their annual production value, all of that income is going to paying the debt. And the scary part is, if one of those nations collapses, then it creates a domino effect due to the fact that once that nation collapses, i.e. Ireland, then the other nations that are also in that chain that were the lenders have to pay that debt, and most likely those nations are also going to be in their own high debt situation, so it'll cause a domino effect within the economy, which is really scary. We met over this past weekend and we talked about this whole scenario from that vid, and I brought up the point that they could either do one of two things: pay it over however many years they need to pay it. Let's say if it's like 800% of the gross domestic profit is going towards debt, they could pay 100% per year, which doesn't work out because then they don't even have the bare necessities to live. So guys, keep a watch on this. It can get pretty scary from here on out. Thanks.